right, looks like we're getting no recap at all, man. These episodes right now are not screwing around. Boy, did I come back. I just keep saying that. These episodes have been fire. Fantastic, man. Just perfect timing. Anyway, it looks like we're going straight into the title screen. So there's like zero recap. We're just going straight into it. 3, 2, 1. Ah, shit. Fate memory. God damn it, why was I looking at the screen? I just wasn't ready, man. Fate memory of what? Wait a minute. Is this a flashback episode? You sons of bitches. What the hell's going on? Is this a filler episode? Huh. Okay. If this is in the universe, it's acceptable. Wait a minute, though. Jimmy's never sailed with him. What the hell's going on here? What the actual hell is going on? I take back everything I just said. Oh, you gotta be shitting me with this shit. So, I guess the music's coming from the show, huh? I'm trying to listen to the song, by the way. Sorry, this is a terrible reaction. I just realized. I was trying to listen to the song, so. Is this Luffy? I wish we could get more of the alternate universe filler. I like that. This feels almost like that. I wonder if this is Luffy's son and that's an old Usopp. Is that what we're doing? No, that's Luffy. Yeah, eat plenty of fruit. Maybe one day you'll get powers. Why'd that look like an old Usopp? That was so weird. You just go litter, huh? God damn, man, what the hell? Are you trying to steal? Is this what they call a highwayman? Dude, you can climb trees. There's fruit everywhere, man. Look at all the fruit in front of us. By the way, yeah, yeah. What? I bet people watching this week to week were pissed. They're like, what the hell is this? We wait a whole week for this shit. Can you imagine? I only waited 5 minutes. It did say a fade memory, so I guess this supposedly really happened. One of the times I think that I'm glad I actually saw a little bit of the title. Because that seems to make coalesce to me that this actually happened. Jesus, that's disgusting. So, This is a faint memory. I guess that's really the voice. That's really, I didn't recognize the voice until just now. The Luffy actress has a very distinctive scream. In case, by the way, we were wondering if he had his fruit powers yet, which I didn't believe he did. Is this Garp? Dumbass. You can't swim. F the Navy. I think this, we may have seen this part of it, where he grabs him out of the water and he says, that line about being in the Navy, and he says he didn't want to be in the Navy. We saw this part before in a flashback, right? We hadn't seen the other shit before. Who the hell is this? I can only assume she's going to be relevant. Uta. I've never seen her before in my life. Pretty bold to introduce a character 1,000 episodes into the series, if she's going to be of any importance whatsoever. I mean, I didn't say you can grab that much. You can grab one thing. The Diva. Was that her song earlier? That's right. Break it down. Yeah. I got big dreams. Well, there's no point in fantasizing if you can't fantasize big, right? Yasop. Forget about it. Uh-oh. There's the fruit. Is that the one Luffy eats? Nope. He has a daughter? Is this canon? How we never... Well, I guess we don't know shit about him, do we? You have a daughter and you gave up an arm for some kid you don't even know. Well, I mean, I guess you know him a little bit, but... I'm just saying, if you're a parent, you have first responsibilities to your kid, right? I'm surprised we've never seen anything from her before. He has a daughter. And they don't introduce that until 1,000 episodes into the series. That is a bold choice. Yeah, why is he such a domestic abuser, my grandfather? Don't tell me she dies. That would be dark as hell. No, we saw the adult version of her at the beginning of this episode, right? She was standing there listening to her. Maybe she just went into pop music, and so she's never around her dad. That's probably what happened, I guess. Because the implication is that was her song, and we saw an adult her listening to it, so she didn't die back here. Yeah. You're gonna fall and bust your ass, and I'm gonna laugh. Who the hell are you? Did I say I did? If I had a problem, you'd know it. Well, he knows of her if you would remember. Really? You hated pirates? I don't remember him ever hating pirates. How old is he here? 5? So this is when they first meet. Holy shit. Wonder how old he is here. He feels like he's probably about 25, maybe. Maybe younger. She's about the same age as. Oh, they're going old school with the credit too, because they can't do Wano because it's not a part of Wano, right? Not really. But I'm just guessing. There's no way to tell. She could be 8. She could be 80. You know, who the hell knows? But I think she and Luffy are both somewhere around 5 years old, maybe 6. Yeah, you idiots. Shanks is. He could have had a kid as early as 15 or 16. Probably he had her at 20. You know, he had her. You know, sired her. 18, 19, 20 maybe. Now, of course, that begs the question where the mom is. Yeah, goddamn. And that settles who gets to order first, I guess. Really. Guess this is how they bonded, right? Yeah, look at him. Oh, it's up your ass. Because it's never in any of the 3 cups. Nobody else knows either, right? It's never under any of the cups, you moron. That's why you don't play this game. Like I said. Did they hold up an FAQ card? that you got game recognizes game, man. Yeah, it's up your ass. It's in the middle because Luffy's incompetent. Don't be swallowing that shit, you a-hole. I can't believe you duplicated. That's pretty good. Yeah, you're making me jealous. You're making me jealous. It has nothing to do with your outfit. Yeah. She is a diva. That is true. We don't see much singing, though. That is true, right? They should have done a musical episode by now. Break it down. Get his ass out of here. Gotta have to carry the diva up to the table. It's all very ritualistic, isn't it? You know, this show's like Lost when it comes to connections in the past. Usopp's father's literally in this room with him, and he'll be so close to Usopp later, right? It stinks. Yeah, she's alright. It's a pretty powerful voice for a kid that little. The show continues to surprise. This is filler, right? No, I almost think it's not. There's no way they would ever introduce filler that use filler that introduces his daughter, Shanks, his daughter, right? If the daughter isn't real, I don't think this show's that brass. Fans would hate it. People who read the manga would hate it, right? So I gotta say, this was it just some random one-off he did? Is it possible to have a manga filler? Probably not. Like, filler to me just means whether it's canon with the author or not. That's my only definition. Did the author write it or not? Yes or no, right? Like, to me, that's it. The end of it. Nothing he writes is filler, as far as I'm concerned. This is close, except if she's going to be important moving forward, then this matters a hell of a lot, right? Yeah. Wait, was that Luffy? Yeah, I'm out of here. I can't take it. The demon can't handle it. That was terrible. Can we get rid of this brat? Where's this parrot, man? So they are the same age. 7. 7, okay. So my estimate of him being 25 has almost got to be it, right? Because I just can't see him being 16. Anybody, of course, a 16-year-old can have a kid, but I don't think so. Feels like he would have been busy. That's what I'm saying. He's working his way up the ranks. He wouldn't have time to have a girlfriend. And the only reason I say girlfriend rather than one night stand is he would never know he had a kid if it was a one night stand. He'd be gone before she knew she was pregnant, right? So it'd have to be a continuous girlfriend for him to even find out, right? So I'm thinking more like 20 when he impregnated somebody. Because I just feel like his 14 to 20 years would have been rising up the ranks in piracy and just not having time to have a girlfriend for the most part. Yeah. She's either dead as hell or she's going to be super important moving forward. I'll be honest, this feels like an ass pull. The fact that like we've never heard of her before, she's still alive. This is an ass pull, unless she's completely out of the game. If she's just a singer, that's all she is. She has no powers, no association with piracy whatsoever. Then it's not an ass pull. She's just not part of the gang, right? She's not a member of the gang, right? So, because every one of these pirates probably has family members who are not pirates, and we never hear about them because they're farmers or merchants or singers. So why would we hear about them? They're not in the business. So if she's not in the business, I totally buy it. If she's a pirate, I have a hard time buying it. I don't care either way. I'm not saying I'm not mad about it. Since I've been mad recently, but this isn't something that would make me mad. It would be a retcon is all this. But I seem to think she's just not in the business because I think she's probably a singer. I think that's what they're saying. That's her dream. Her dream is to become king of the pirates, right? Her dream is to be a king of the singers, right? We both have big dreams. I don't have to. He carries himself like he's strong. I believe it. He does seem childish at times. You got very specific ideas of what piracy is. We've seen some cute pirates. But you're biased, so. God damn. This is wild as hell, man. Again, the sound design. I don't know why I'm so gravitated to the sound design during this recording session, but it's really top notch right now. You feel like you're there because of the sound design. This feels like what it would sound like. I got time for one more number. Why do you need so many damn windmills? Yeah. It ain't bad, is it? It ain't bad. God damn. Yeah. See, this are an adult, right? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yep, looks adult to me, so she's still alive. Hmm. I don't know what impact, if any, she's going to have in the future of the series, but this is a very on the nose commentary of one of the biggest themes of the series, which is follow your dreams. You know, Sanji's dream, the all blue sea, where all the food is in one place, something like that. And then Zoro's dream is to become the best sword fighter in the world. Nami's dream is to map the entire world. Usopp's dream, I guess, is just to become a really good pirate. You know, world famous pirate with a lot of stories. He doesn't have to make up true stories. Which, by the way, he's pretty much there. He's of all of them, he's the only one that's actually achieved his dream. He could go home right now and have buku stories to tell people for years and never run out of stories. Luffy's dream, remember, of course, that's obvious. Robin's dream, I guess, I don't think it's been stated explicitly, but her dream is basically just to find out as much as possible about the Void Century and all the history and read all the poneglyphs or whatever. I don't think Frankie's ever really, I guess his dream is to build the best pirate ship ever, which he's done. So he's accomplished his dream. So I guess that's two of them. What is Chopper's dream? To become the best doctor ever? I don't know. I don't think that's been explicitly stated either, right? And we don't know anything about what Jimby's dream is. So I think that's all the pirates, right? Brooks' dream, I guess, is just not be alone. We don't really know what his dream is either. Maybe he achieved it when he became Soul King. He was able to perform on a world stage. So but most of those dreams involve violence and piracy and things we can't do in this real world. This episode is telling you you can take the theming, the message, never give up on your dreams, and apply it to anything in your life. My dream is to make a living off my YouTube channel so I can just do this all the time and never have to take any of these side jobs I take, right? Right now I take side jobs to take me away. This weekend I'm going to be gone the entire weekend. So, I'd rather just be able to stay home all weekend and record reactions. But right now I can't make a living off the channel, right? That'd be my dream. Simple dream, achievable dream. Some people, if they're not a good singer and they want to become a money-making singer, that's never going to happen. It's a dream that's never going to happen, right? It's just a sad reality. But especially because of the younger demographic of this series, I know the series, probably the demographic is a bell curve, but the targeted demographic is probably 14 to 20. These are the people that need to hear this message. Never give up on your dreams. Try to achieve your dreams. And yes, you can't. The dream isn't just become a pirate, but really the show's only been about pirates. So we can take an episode off and say, look, you can apply this to anything, like singing, right? And still be a fan of the show, and still there is no dream that you should be ashamed of. That's what I get out of this, right? What I get out of it is basically, hey, kids, shoot for your dreams, but it doesn't have to be King of the Pirates. It can be whatever it is you want it to be, right? Like, that's what I get out. I don't know if that's what they intended. I think it is. But other than that, it's just, it's interesting. It's a little bit more about Shanks that we never knew. It raises more questions about him. Everything we learn about him, it raises, every answer they give us, we get two more questions raised. So there's that. But I think it's not an ass pull because I think she's just not in the business. She's not around. Like, she went off to try to become a singer. And so she has no connection with the story anymore. So nobody would talk about her. Nobody would, we wouldn't see her, right? So that's what I think's going on. And I think every pirate we've seen probably has somebody like that. Kato probably has brothers, even if they're only half brothers, half sisters, who may be farmers or something. Like I said, bakers, butchers, right? Like, he's kind of on the older side, so maybe they've died by now. But, like, Big Mom, she could have aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff like that. They all do, but they're not pirates, so they don't matter to the story. It's only like, Whitebeard, we know may or may not have, if that is really his son, we know about it because, he's a pirate. If he wasn't a pirate, we wouldn't know about it because who cares, right? So that's what I think we're getting out of this.